If you're a real estate investor in Toronto, pay attention. The building rules are shifting again. The province just dropped a new housing law called the Protect Ontario by Building Faster and Smarter Act 2025. Whew. The goal, build faster, cut red tape, and force cities to stop holding things back. Now, this new act is all about making it easier and cheaper to build. The province is cracking down on local roadblocks by pulling more planning power up to the provincial level. Cities can't ignore it, Toronto included. And to be fair, Toronto is not dragging its heels on everything. In fact, the city is already ahead of its curve on most fronts like multiplex zoning, backyard housing, easing of development charge rules. So in this video, let's go over the key changes that will benefit you more as a real estate investor. But don't forget, if you enjoy content like this, like and subscribe. And if you want our help getting into Toronto real estate investing, just book a free strategy call with us. The goal of this new act is simple. Build more housing faster by cutting through red tape and making it harder for cities to delay or block development. Municipalities like Toronto can't override provincial direction, and so while there could still be some friction, the power balance is shifting, and it is shifting in your favor. So, what does this mean for you as an investor? Well, first, you no longer have to pay development charges upfront when you get a building permit. Instead, you have the option to defer those payments until the unit is done and occupied. That frees up your cash flow and cuts your carrying costs by a lot. And even better, cities can't charge interest on the deferred payments anymore. So this is a real cost saver. Second, timelines are also getting cut. Before, if a city wanted to drop or waive DC's development charges, they had to go through a long, expensive background study. That barrier is now gone thanks to a suggestion from Toronto, actually. If a municipality wants to support more building, they can now reduce DCs without doing background studies and holding public consultations, etc. And that is a 6-month savings right there. We mentioned upfront that another big change is that municipalities must follow provincial rules. Basically, they can't create their own unique bylaws that block or slow down development that is against province rules. For example, the province recently updated the Planning Act to remove angular planes and reduce setbacks for laneway and garden suites, but Toronto is trying to hold on to the old rules. City staff have been saying that the new provincial guidelines only apply to 1-story backyard suites and only apply if you have 2 units or less in the main house. Now that interpretation doesn't line up exactly with the provincial direction if we're reading it right. They really can't enforce policies like this that conflict with the province. Although practically it could still delay you if there is pushback from the city, and it could take time and effort to go through the system. Now, this new law is a clear direction that Ontario and even Toronto are continuing to push to make housing easier to build. There will continue to be some resistance, of course, but we are moving in the right direction. And if you are planning to build or add more units in Toronto, now is a smart time to do so. The city wants more housing in the missing middle, and if you follow what they're pushing for, you can save time and money, and that means more profit in your pocket. And if you're not sure what to do next, let's book a strategy call and chat. We're a real estate sales brokerage in Toronto that works primarily with investors just like you. Whether you're after a turnkey multiplex or a value add project in Toronto, we'll help you find the best deals, break down the numbers, and walk you through the entire process from start to end. Just go over to this link right here and book a free call with us, and let's chat.